in the book of Daniel, we have to do with the Ancient of Days. The Hebrew is always very concrete. Time, for us, is very abstract. For them, it is a question of days. The Ancient of Days. A person dies full of days. And so it is that we have a day dawning again, but no one knows how many days he will have, and which of the days that dawns will be the one that will actually open his eyes to the one who is referred to as the Ancient of Days. And in that same book of Daniel, we have a reference to a court being held. We have the judgment, and the books were opened. There is a parallel between the book of Daniel and the last book of sacred scripture, the Apocalypse. Those whose names were not found in the Lamb's book of life were cast into the lake of fire. And in these last days of the liturgical year, our eyes are orientated towards the end times. And there, who knows what the concept of days is? When sun does not rise or go down, but the soul is without any kind of distraction, facing its own reality, irreversibly. And how many go through their days without a thought of that? The year of the Church is very rich, and each day and each season has its grace. As a day dawns, we would do well to enter into our creaturely mode, our truthful mode, our nothingness, and praise and thank the author of days for one more day to live in this beautiful earth that he created for us. We know not tomorrow, and sometimes on a certain day in time things start to go wrong, and we long, as the scripture says, to see one of the days of the Son of Man. We long for a day that was, when things were simple and grace was strong, and we hadn't messed things up. Oh, if I could go to that point in time, and yet we cannot. We forget that the vast majority of mankind is actually in the beyond. We are only a small proportion of humanity in time. Eternity contains our brethren, but where? The grace of the consecrated life is great, for it gives us parameters, it gives us a railway line with stations, being kept on course and being obliged to pause before the Ancient of Days. Liturgia orarum, the liturgy of the hours, and the day is filled with hours, and hours are stamped with moments of praise. And in the liturgy of the hours, it's not our own prayer and praise, but that of the Church and that of the Lamb itself, for he uses our voices to praise with the words that his Spirit has inspired. Great is our privilege to be called apart, to praise and to keep company to the one who gave us a certain number of days. But he will come again upon the clouds, and there we will see what use we made of the days that once dawned and never come again. Corpus natum de Maria Virgine, vere passum immolatum in cruce pro homine, cuius natus perforatum fluxit aqua et sanguine, est nobis pregus datum, mortis in examine. O Iesu dulcis, O Iesu